What is that dude doing?
Earning $3.4 million a year doing nothing.
Is he earning it though? I don't know.
I mean, earning is a loose word.
Yeah, it's a loose term for that.
But I mean, Toronto's used to loose terms.
Yeah, that's stick talk. 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 Stick talk.
And
Hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 54 of Stick Talk Hockey. I am your voiceless sick host today, Tiko Raspy. We got my co-host, as always, with me.
I'm yours truly.
My voice is all mangled up today, so Trill's going to take the reins for the most of this pod here.
Yeah, man. Talk about changing places.
Yeah, from last week. Yeah.
Oh, how the tables table.
Oh, how the turntables table.
How you feeling? You getting better?
Yeah, I'm feeling way better, honestly. I had a rough few days early in the week, like Tuesday, Wednesday was really rough. But like my head's all clear. I'm fully back to feeling good. I just can't kick the voice.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like,
Yeah.
Naya and I my girlfriend and I, we both got sick at the exact same time.
Yeah,
And we were sitting there and we were like, this has to be like the worst I've felt since COVID.
crazy, right?
Like, it was bad.
Yeah.
Body aches and all.
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Glad you're back to it a little bit.
I appreciate it.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah.
Ready to dive into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll start the show at the top of the news with Mr. Morgan Rielly, the Leafs special.
Rielly.
He gets 5 games for absolutely bodying Ridley Gregg.
Yeah, we should run that clip. Jay, you got it up there.
Time running down. Nylander can't get it through. It'll be sent ahead, and Ridley Gregg is going to put the finishing touches on an Ottawa win, a series win, and Morgan Rielly takes exception to that. And the Battle of Ontario will boil over here.
Just the most Bush League classless thing I've ever seen.
I'm not going to lie to you. That's my favorite clip of the year.
I'm up there. Yeah, I'm with you.
Like, bar none. It's just so funny, dude. It's just so funny. He just 2 feet in front of the net, winds up for the biggest clap bomb you've ever seen in your life.
And then skates back so nonchalantly, like doesn't even expect a retaliation.
Yeah, like, what did you think was going to happen, my guy?
Like, did you see the freeze frame of his face? Like, just as he realizes Riley's coming at him, he looks like a deer in the headlights.
That's so funny, man. I mean, yeah. What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, you keep your head on a swivel if you're gonna do something that egregious. Like,
yeah,
Jesus,
dude. I don't know. I mean, it's a well-deserved 5 games, but it's also a well-deserved run at him. You know?
It's an earned cross check to the face.
Yeah,
like, and I don't say that
is.
too often. I think the last time I was like, yeah, it's deserved was Nick Cousins.
Yeah, I mean, usually, like, I mean, hey, we're always on team protect the players, but
I mean, the narrative's been passed down from the NHL and the refs already. You want the game to be cleaner, police it yourself because we can't do that much.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you ask them to. If the Dops don't step in, the players are going to.
Yeah, and I mean, but like, there's also just the blatant disrespect. You know, the talk of, you know, the code or whatever you want to call it.
I was gonna say the code.
Yeah, I mean, you do something like that, you gotta know it's coming back to you.
Yeah, the last thing you're doing is skating back to your bench with your arms by your side.
No,
like,
it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, you need to fly out of that zone, buddy.
And then they got Ryan Reeves on the bench, and just his "make hockey violent again" quote after this was just what is that dude doing?
Earning $3.4 million a year doing nothing.
Is he earning it though? I don't know.
I mean, earning is a loose word.
Yeah, it's a loose term for that.
But I mean, Toronto's used to loose terms.
Yeah, that's that's right. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a well-deserved 5, but also a well-deserved play.
Yeah, my prediction came in right square on the mark.
Yeah.
He was offered the in-person because it was going to be 5 or more, and probably 5, and here we are.
Here we are.
I'd take it any day.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd be in that room with a smile.
100%. 100%.
Does this look clean to you? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's clean. I don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah.
That's shoulder to shoulder all day, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm pleading ignorance.
Oh, goodness.
All right. Moving forward, we got some trade talk, or we did. New Jersey Devils were trying to make a deal for a goalie they desperately, desperately need. The docket had Markstrom, and the contention was salary, it seems, and the salary retention. The Devils were reportedly going to be sending back Alexander Holtz as a part of the package. I'm glad this didn't go through as a Devils fan.
Yeah.
Mostly because Markstrom's near the end of his career.
Yeah.
This deal without retention would be horrendous.
It's a lot of money.
And the Devils have zero depth right now. I know we don't really talk about it too much, and the NHL just kind of blew over the news, but newsflash, Cal Foote and Michael McLeod aren't in the Devils roster anymore and won't be for this foreseeable future.
Aren't coming back, yeah.
So who are you going to replace Holtz with if he's gone? Because we're already running out.
I understand that, but I mean, I don't know. You gotta... He's a fourth-line guy.
For now. It's his rookie year.
I get that. But I mean, what matters for this team is right now.
Yeah, I just think that if you're going to move a piece that has that much value, you should be looking for something a little bit more long-term than Markstrom. I would be more inclined to Merzlikins because he still has a chance to completely... he just needs a different environment and a new team, really. He's not a bad goalie.
You'd hope.
He's just been a victim of the system in Columbus for years.
Yeah, it's hard to have a goalie look good in Columbus, yeah.
And I mean, Columbus is so unmarried to what they have going on in the first place that they've just kept him on a rotating chair of sharing his starting position with a potential backup and a rookie every year.
Right.
So, he's just getting buried in the system unjustly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like Holtz, probably has more value than Jacob Markstrom, but I think Markstrom's more valuable to your team than Holtz is.
I very much agree, but
you know what I mean?
I just don't see the Devils being it's great if you can limit the other team to 2 goals a game, but if you can't score 2 goals, then what are you going to do? And Jack Hughes in this top 6 can only do so much. You have Curtis Lazar in the third line. The guy moves like he has bricks strapped to his skates.
Yeah, but I mean, you also have Timo Meier and Dawson Mercer down on your third line, you know?
And thank God, but I mean, they need something more. Curtis Lazar is not going to fix this.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Nathan Bastian is barely serviceable.
Yeah, but that's why you plug him in on the fourth line and he plays 6 minutes a night, you know?
Yeah, I mean, with what the Devils have, they should move Holtz. Yeah. I just don't think they should be knee-jerk reaction pulling the trigger as soon as they get a deal.
Yeah, the tough thing is the goalie market's so dry and everyone's so desperate.
It is dry, but I mean, you have assets and pieces that people want. So, I mean...
Yeah.
And the deadline's coming. Desperation plays on both sides. If you don't deal that goalie and you don't come to a term that you can kind of be happy with, you're just paying a goalie that you don't need, and you're watching that asset deteriorate more. Right. So, there's going to be desperation on both sides regardless as that clock ticks.
Yeah, but I mean, Calgary, if they are shopping Markstrom, they're going to have no shortage of offers.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think that should be the Devils' target. I think they should seriously look at Merzlikins, the way that Dawes has been playing.
Yeah.
The dude's playing electric right now. His numbers are actually
impressive. He had
impressive.
himself a night last night. Man, he looked good.
He has 1 bad game out of 5. The other 4 are really serviceable.
Yeah.
And Schmid will probably get it together eventually.
Yeah. It's so tough to predict, though,
He's so young. He's shown he has the potential.
Yeah.
And we've seen what teams can do with just rolling 2 goalies that are young enough.
Yeah.
You just need an extra save more than the other side.
I think I like the Merzlikins bet more because I kind of like the Vegas model where, last year they just had, 5 goalies that were all, $1 million goalies. And they just rolled through them till they found the hot one who happened to be Aiden Hill.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if you can have Merzlikins, Dawes, Schmid, all at reasonable hits. And because, I mean, Merzlikins, what's his contract look like? It's nothing crazy, right?
I think he's like 5'3" or something.
Oh, that's pretty pricey.
It's up there, but I mean, what's Columbus doing? They can probably retain on it. Unlike Calgary, who's
5'4", eh? Wow. Okay.
But I mean,
yeah, I mean, Columbus can retain on that for sure. If
yeah,
you can
they're
get some
not
retention.
they're not
that's
bootstrapped
important.
like Calgary, where they have to overpay everyone just to live in their butthole of a province.
Well, yeah. I mean, it is Ohio. It's not much better.
I guess so, but I mean, yeah,
Yeah. They actually have kind of the same thing going. Like, I feel like Columbus, where it's like, if you talk to people are like, oh, Columbus is actually a good city. Same thing people say about Calgary. Oh, it's actually a good city. But then it's like, yeah, but does anyone actually want to live there?
yeah.
You know?
It's like it's nice if you live there and
Yeah.
that's your perspective of
Yeah.
day-to-day life, but like,
if you have the opportunity or the chance of like living in New York or Dallas or Florida, and it's like, or come down to Ohio, it's like, well, maybe. I mean, Johnny Gaudreau did it, so who knows?
yeah, I don't look good in blue.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm good. Yeah, so I'm fine with this. I think the Devils should keep shopping, and I think the market's going to open up a whole lot more in the weeks to come.
Sure.
I just don't see them needing to jump at this right away, especially since Dawes has been keeping the ship floating for the meantime.
Yeah.
It's not like Dawes if Dawes got hurt today,
Yeah.
and all you had was Vanacek and you had to call up Schmid, yeah, you got
Now
to
you
make
have-
that trade
yeah,
today.
Yeah, totally.
But they're not in that like situation yet.
Yeah, I mean, I do think you want it done as quickly as possible because goalies, it's tough to acclimate. you
Yeah.
know? It's tough to find your groove in a new team. So I do think they should look at getting that done pretty quickly. But I think you're right. Merzlikins is a much smarter look for them than Markstrom.
Awesome. All right, moving on. We got the NHL European games. They've just been announced. We
Yeah.
got Sabres and Devils will open up the 24-25 season in Prague, along with the Panthers and Stars facing off in Tampere, Finland. Tampere. That's as good
Something
as
like
it'll
that,
get.
yeah.
Sorry, guys. Later on in the season. So
All right.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Prague trip?
Hey, look, I got family out in Prague. Prague's a riot of a city. I'd love to go out there and see that.
Stick Talk Takes Prague, the vlog.
Hey, I like it.
That's a whole segment right there. Yeah, I'd be super game. This sounds awesome. And again, they just need to capitalize on this more. They need to give every player a Sony camcorder from like 2008.
Hey, I got one.
And then just get like vintage looking aesthetic, like feel good, like family moments and like home moments and team moments and just like travel moments, and get them to just film and then send it back to your guys at home and get them to put together packages. We're not asking the players to be like TikTok stars or vlog geniuses.
Yeah.
Just get them to videotape.
Just something. Yeah.
They don't even have to say smart stuff half the time. You can do
Yeah.
voiceovers. You can there's so many like different tropes you could use in film to communicate what you want
Sure.
and not make it corny.
Sure.
Just get the footage.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm excited
It'll
for
be
this.
a blast. Yeah. We'll do a live progcast.
I like that. The progcast.
Yeah. We also got the outdoor game announced for next year as well, eh? Columbus.
And
Speaking
where would that be?
Speaking of Ohio, it is Columbus and Detroit.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't rain, because the acid in that rain might eat away the ice. But
I mean, hey, it's kind of like we were talking about, you know, how like the outdoor games could be a really cool thing like for those markets. And I think this is kind of that for Columbus, you know, where it's like, okay, but it's not the biggest national market. However, you get Detroit in there, which is a big national market. And that could be, you know, really cool for the fans there if they make it a real Columbus thing, you know.
definitely. And I think Columbus is a market where it's not going anywhere, but also they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, totally.
Like they're just stuck being Columbus, and they will always be Columbus.
For
so you
sure.
have to start engaging with Columbus and Ohio as a whole, and starting to get these people to care about the team.
100%.
And the best way to do that is stuff like this, making it an event, making it something that you have to be at.
Yeah.
Where were you when this happened?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, totally. I think that's a decent call, even if like, it doesn't excite me. It's like, oh yeah, a Columbus Detroit game for an outdoor game. Hey, could be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, not everything's made for me. I get it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Like, who cares about the Sabres and Devils? Probably not a lot of people.
Yeah, I do though.
It'll be dope.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I'm sure that this was announced and people rolled their eyes, just like the Philly, New Jersey outdoor series that's happening later today.
Right.
Which, while we're on it, where was the advertising for that?
I know, dude. Like, Jonesy told me last night, he's like, did you know that the Stadium Series game is tomorrow? I was like, wait, that's here already?
Yeah.
Like, we went over the jerseys when they came out and stuff, but I was like, whoa, I forgot all about that.
I follow the Devils. I follow their, like 7 Devils fan pages and the NHL and NHL Clips pages. And I think I saw it posted 3 times. Like, what are we doing?
Dude, I have no idea. The Jonas Brothers will be there.
New Jersey Legends.
New Jersey Legends.
I'm burning up for that.
Dude, hell yeah, man. I'm burning up for you, babe. What a banger.
I'm going to Camp Rock.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the NHL's doing. They're marketing, like once again, just abysmal. Abysmal.
Yeah, they clearly have no idea what culture is or where they should even land themselves in culture.
Yeah.
They don't understand their own fans. They don't understand their own markets. They just throw things at a wall, and because they have loyal hockey fans, it works, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just always going to be that way because it just works enough to not be deemed a failure.
Yeah.
And they always go, oh, we'll get them next year.
Stupid.
Yeah, like if you've like had underwhelming numbers for 10 years straight, but they're improving every year.
Yeah.
You're still messing up.
Yeah.
You're still not doing
it's still
good.
not working. Yeah.
Like if I came home with a D,
yes,
and then I improved it to a C minus,
and
then a C,
and
then a C plus.
Yeah.
My mother would still be disappointed in me.
Yeah, she wouldn't be happy with you.
Why do you have a C plus in math?
Yeah. No.
I'm
getting better.
Like clearly I'm not failing.
I am the epitome of improvement.
Yeah, like come on now. Like good is not good enough when you're talking about this level.
Yeah, like we're talking about the number 1 league in the world, right?
You're supposed to be the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly.
But you act with no esteem.
No. Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Anyways, neither here nor there.
Yeah, let's move on to Phil.
Yeah, let's take it back home.
Ooh.
Another trill take that's panning out beautifully.
Phil the Thrill.
I was kind of just memeing around when I said this at first, but I was like, Phil to Vancouver?
Yeah.
It seems like it might happen, though.
It might happen. I mean, he's in Abbotsford practicing with the team.
In gear that doesn't match.
Yeah, gear that does not fit in his Vegas gear.
I love it. He's wearing like a gray Abbotsford practice jersey with blue random no-name shorts with like off-green socks that don't match the green in the shorts. It's fantastic. It's like the most Bush League thing I've seen.
Yeah. He looks slow as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I watched some of those clips and like it was like, whoa, buddy.
He looked like he just didn't care yet.
Yeah.
He looked like he knew he had the job, so he was just like, I'm just skating around.
I don't know that he does though. Like honestly, I'm not sure. Based on the commentary from Jim Rutherford and Patrick Alvine and even Rick Tocchet, I'm not sure that they're like sold on signing him. He's been off the ice for 10 months. Obviously, they like him. There's a lot of connection there between the Pittsburgh connection and even the Arizona connection with Tocchet. Phil obviously knows all of them really well, but he's been off the ice for almost a year.
Yeah, and like he's 36.
Yeah, he's getting up there now.
Yeah, I mean we saw how hard it was just for Ethan Bear to get back into gear when he was talking about contracts.
Mm-hmm.
It took him 2 to 3 months to get back up to league speed.
Yeah,
we're asking a guy that's 36 who's been sitting for, and I'm sure Phil hasn't been hitting the ice every day.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the cookie bin.
Yeah. Damn.
Have you seen that interview? It was Phaneuf doing an interview for the Leafs during media day, and Phil walks by him and he's like, Christ, Phil, is that another cookie? You better hit the bike after this. And Phil's like, oh, come on, it's my first cookie of the day. He's like, no, it isn't. I saw you eat 3 at the presser. Don't lie to me. That's at least your fourth. You've made 2 trips over there. How many do you have in your coat right now?
That's so funny, dude.
Yeah, he's like just grilling him. And Phil could not care.
No, of course not. Like, that's the thing, right? That dude, he's a... If anyone's going to be fine after sitting for 10 months, it's Phil Kessel. Like, the dude is a freak, you know? Like, he's the Iron Man while being an absolute cookie fiend and a Diet Coke fiend, you know?
And a hot dog
connoisseur.
A glizzy legend.
Yeah. Like, I mean, so he's a freak in nature. So, I mean, maybe this will work, and maybe he'll be in game shape. Who knows? But, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know how I feel about, like, taking a first-place team and, like, adding a guy that, like, you have to take someone out of the lineup for.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that you guys are rolling right now,
Yeah.
That's a hard sell.
Even, they had, like, Canucks fans have been kind of, like, iffy about their performances the last, like, few games. And it's like they're like 13-1 in their last 15, or 13-1-1 in their last 15. Like, they're fine.
Yeah, not every game's gonna be dominant either. Like,
yeah,
I mean, like, Studnicka's a left wing, right?
yeah, he's not in Vancouver anymore.
Oh, you guys moved him, or
Yeah,
okay. Who do you have on your 4 right now?
like, we had Höglander there, but we just pulled him up to play with PD. DiGiuseppe and Sam Lafferty we got down there. Like, I mean, look, you can pull Phil, or, like, you can pull PDG, but, like, you also kind of can't is the thing. Because, like, that line you want as an energy line, that's a two-way line, and Phil's not that. He's
No.
a guy that can help your second power play unit.
Maybe a third line.
Maybe a third line, but our third line's the best third line in hockey.
Yeah, and are you gonna really, like, shove Mikheyev down the system because Phil showed up? Like,
Right.
no, that doesn't make sense.
And, yeah, Dakota Joshua, right? PDG's filling in for Dakota Joshua right now.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's tough to put him in, but, I mean, if you're signing him to be depth in case of injuries, I have no problem with that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he knows he's not, like, guaranteed a spot every single game, and it's gonna be, like, just to get some breaks wherever. I could see it. I could definitely see it. I mean, it's great to have in case like Suter goes down or Besser goes down.
Yeah,
like, those
exactly.
are guys with injuries.
Yeah, if a top 6 guy goes down, he could be really helpful to have because he has that top 6 like play to him, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not, as long as, like you said, as long as he knows, like,
it's not
an every night thing, you know.
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Mhm.
You're gonna be like the exception to the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be most concerned about just messing up the locker room chemistry, and
Me too.
I don't even think that's a knock on Phil. Like, I'm not trying to say Phil's like bad for any locker
No,
room.
no,
He's
of course not.
great dude.
Yeah,
Everyone loves him. Super friendly.
yeah,
But, like, it just has such a, I don't know, like, unserious feeling when you bring in a dude who's been eating cookies for 10 months.
yeah, totally.
You, like,
Even
end
though
up going to the finals with him. It's
Yeah.
like, you know, everyone's there with blood, sweat, tears on the line, and this guy's out on vacation. Like,
yeah,
it's weekend at Bernie's.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, I mean, we just don't know. And when you're a first place team, it's hard to mess with the chemistry. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
If I was, like, the Devils right now,
Yeah,
I'd be much more inclined to make this kind of a move,
sure.
because then that frees up the Holtz issue right
Sure,
away.
totally.
Just bump everyone down one.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So I and New Jersey needs something to happen. They need
Yeah,
a spark. They
Yeah.
need a fix right now.
100%.
But yeah, you guys are way too dominant, looking way too good.
It's been fun, dude.
I bet.
Yeah. Big one tonight against the Jets.
Oh yeah,
The other first place in the Central team.
man.
Yeah, should be good.
These Jets aren't a slouch.
Yeah,
I made my words on it. I thought they were gonna be terrible this year.
yeah. No, they're humming.
Proof that Blake Wheeler was the problem.
Potentially, he's done for the year, eh?
Yeah, watch New York do much better now.
That would be something, eh?
I'm actually, I would put money on it right now.
Okay.
Like, I would argue that New York gains at least a spot in the standings with him gone.
Fair enough. Philly. Stadium Series today. They're going to get their first game with Sean Couturier as the captain.
Yeah, man, what a place to make your captaincy debut.
No doubt, right? That's pretty cool.
That's pretty sick. And the jerseys,
Yeah, with the new jerseys.
I'm pretty sure they oversized the captaincy and assistant captain letters on those jerseys too, because like they wanted everything bigger so you could see it from like the top boxes.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because like some of the nosebleed seats, you can't see the numbers and stuff on them right away. So like that's why they really blew up the numbers and stuff this year and made the jerseys more neutral.
That makes sense.
So that'd be kind of cool too. You got like a C that's like double the size on your chest.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm really here, man.
That's pretty dope. It's kind of like a weird time to name a captain.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. It's just kind of peculiar. But I mean, also, it could have been Konechny, but I got no problem with it. I like Sean Couturier.
I think the issue and why they didn't do Konechny is because they aren't sold on Konechny being a Flyer forever.
His long-term future, yeah.
I think he's fine being a Flyer, but I think that they're looking at his age, their window, and how sought after he is right now, and they're going, we could really cash in right now.
Yeah,
If you make him captain, then where you trade your captain 2 months later. What a clown show.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No.
You don't want to do that.
And I mean, like, it could have been Carter Hart, but, like, he's with the London Police now, so...
Yeah, that's not happening.
So he's not a captain, no.
No more goalie captains.
Also that. Like, for example, we're in a tournament right now.
Okay.
And the guy who put together the team is the goalie.
Okay.
The ref came over to us during our game, before I came here, and said, hey... None of you guys are wearing letters, so I don't want to hear a peep out of any of you from the bench. Dog.
Okay.
Our captain is 200 feet on the other side of the floor.
Yeah, what do you want?
One of us has to talk for him,
totally.
unless you want to run back there and talk to him every play. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Sorry, I was a little frustrated from that, but whatever.
I get that.
But also, I'm just shocked that Sean Couturier, with all of his injuries and stuff, was even like playing in an active roster position enough to like have a C.
That's fair. Hey, good for him though. I mean, he's been looking good since he came back.
I like Couturier.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of wish that I didn't send him back to free agency on our Fantrax, but I had him sitting in my IR for 2 years.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it again.
Tough. That's really tough. Last up, Milan.
Yeah. Oh man.
Big Lucic gets his case dropped.
Yeah, the Luch is loose.
Yeah, the Luch is back on the loose. His wife refused to testify. 911 call was deemed inadmissible, so he'll probably be back in the league pretty quick. And I just feel for that lady because this is really common, and it sucks to see.
Yeah, and I saw so much across social media today, or like yesterday, whenever this was announced, being like, proof she lied, told you she lied, it was all just a story, she lied. It's like, guys, you're so stupid. Just because someone isn't proven guilty in the court of law doesn't mean they didn't do it. It's just that they can't, without a doubt, prove that they did.
Yeah, it's actually like genuinely unhinged to me how many people like believe in our justice system more than abuse victims.
It's astounding. It's astounding, man. Because, like, what? You're going to ask this wife of 15 years to testify against her husband and father of her children and send him to prison for 2 years?
She's not going to.
No, of course she's not. Should she? Probably, yeah, definitely. But, like, this is the cycle of abuse, and this is what happens. Like we see it all the time, and like not just hockey, everywhere. And it's so disappointing and like just disgusting because like the police want to do something about it.
They do, yeah,
but they can't without her testimony.
They have her on board, yeah.
Like the only way the police could hold him accountable is if they had video evidence, or they witnessed it themselves.
Sure, yeah,
because then her testimony would be moot.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Yeah.
It wouldn't matter. They could still press charges criminally if they felt they needed to. So,
yeah, I mean, obviously we don't know exactly what happened, but I mean, just because the case was dropped doesn't mean nothing happened.
Yeah, that's all we're saying here. This isn't libel. This isn't slander. Milan Lucic, please don't sue me. But
sue me.
you know, I'm not saying you did it. I'm also just not saying you didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's all I got.
That's all we got, man. Yeah.
A short and sweet episode.
Yeah.
I got a tournament to get to. Got some stuff to get ready for. And Mr. Raspy here definitely has to get back to bed before his shift today. So
my freaking voice.
yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming out. It's been a blast as always.
Yeah, it was a blast. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
And we'll get back at it next week. Hopefully you'll be feeling a lot better.
Yeah, I'll be back in. Well, both of us will be in full spirits next week.
Oh yeah, full form.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh,
all right. As always, I'm Tiko.
I'm yours truly.
Keep your damn head up.
Keep your head up. Boom.
Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk.